I want to give credit to Popgun for bringing this topic up. He made a tweet about it, and it really got me thinking about it. I made my own tweet, but I feel compelled to make my own video about it too, because I realized something about why this sort of statement bothers me, and I want to get into that. So, first of all, what I'm talking about is that a lot of people will make these claims about the Splatfest that are very silly. They'll say something like, oh man, Team Spicy, they're so sweaty. All of them are so good. Every time we ran into Team Spicy, I knew we were going to lose. Or you see things like, man, I won all of my games. Like, how did my team lose the Splatfest? That's crazy. These are very, very silly things to say. And I want to explain why they're silly and why that matters. So to do that, I've created this visualizer here, which shows you a whole bunch of the letter A. It's just the letter A over and over again. I copied and pasted a bunch of times, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And each one of these letter A's, I want you to think about as a Splatoon player, as a Splatoon 3 player, someone who bought the game and played in the Splatfest. All right. Now on this page, I've only got 1,000,000 A's. There's not a lot of information out there about exactly how many people are in the Splatoon community, but what we do know is that 3.45 million people bought a copy of Splatoon 3 in the first 3 days of launch in Japan. Okay, so this is just the first 3 days in Japan by itself. So obviously, the international community around it, not included there. Anything after the first 3 days, whoever got it for Christmas, not included in that number at all. It's just 3.45 million in Japan on the first 3 days. So this number, this 1,000,000 A's here, is only 1/3 of that, less than 1/3 of that. But maybe we can be like, okay, yeah, that's like almost all of Team Spicy. So this is maybe all of Team Spicy if the Splatfest was only those 3.45 million who got it in the first 3 days in Japan. So let's just start taking a look at how big this number is, okay? So this is like a full page of A's. And then you can see here, this is a 47-page document, and it is full of A's. It just keeps going. Every single space filled by A's, all right? So when this one person here says, oh my goodness, Team Spicy is so sweaty, they have seen in matches maybe like this many members of Team Spicy. Okay, across the whole Splatfest. Because, let's think about this for a second. You can play maybe 8 games of Splatoon in an hour, maybe a little bit more since it's turf war, but you have to factor in a lot of time in between and, going and scrubbing gear and stuff like that. It's probably 8 games per hour that they're getting out. And so the most members of Team Spicy you are being exposed to during that game is 4. So that's 32 of those players per hour. And so this right here is about 150. So you say you played 5 hours of Splatfest, and in every single game you found a unique Team Spicy member, which is a very liberal estimate. This is the total number of Team Spicy players that you encountered during all of your playtime in this Splatfest. Okay? And so we're on page 10 of 47, as I'm just scrolling basically as fast as I can here. Let's say that these 6 people right here, they're all a friend group, right? And they all came together in a Discord call after, and they were like, oh my gosh, Team Spicy was so sweaty, right? And 2 of the others were like, yeah, dude, I thought the same too. They were just so good. Okay, so let's say all 6 of those people, because 2 of them are probably not chiming in because their experiences don't necessarily match that, but they want to go with the flow. Let's say all 6 of them actually were in agreement about that. Okay, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's this many A's, give or take. That's how many people all of those people had contact with if they all played for 5 hours, and every single game they had, there were 4 unique new Team Spicy players that they played against. And a lot of the time, it's not unique players. A lot of the time, they pair you up with the same people you played with last time. This is the total number out of all of these A's that they actually encountered of Team Spicy. That's not a representative number of people. You have not seen enough Team Spicy members to know anything about Team Spicy as a whole. You cannot make a general idea, a general statement of what these people are like based on that little information. It takes something like a computer. It takes statistical analysis done on a computer to figure out anything that really you can say is accurate about this many people. And I worry about this because this sort of thing is used all the time to convince you of things that matter a lot more than Splatoon 3 Splatfest results. People use statistics to communicate information about the world, about the truth, about news, about politics. And if your personal experience of like this line right here is in your mind something that you can use to make conclusions about this many people, then that's a problem for the world because you're making decisions based on information that you just can't trust. So I hope that this has been a little bit eye-opening. One more piece of context, though, before we go. I did lie about one thing here. This is not 1,000,000 A's. This is just 155,000. So this is maybe like 1/6 of a million or something. I got tired after that many A's. But yeah, there's a lot of people who play Splatoon 3. You don't know that many people who play Splatoon 3 very well. Keep that in mind.